You're now listening to the Music, Lifestyle, Culture podcast. Yo, my people, welcome to another episode of Music, Lifestyle, Culture. Yet again, big up my co-host Esther. She's not here again. Obviously, work purpose, COVID, done now. I want to welcome, man, people them. I want to welcome my brother Rakeem, Mina, and Hannah, and my brother Mullah. Wait, make up some noise.
Love for that, man.
That one.
Love for having us, bro.
What's going on? How is everyone?
Everyone's good, man. Blessed, man.
How was your day? How was your day, my bro?
It was all right. I haven't really done anything. I just came out for this, really, just like Mullah said.
Nah, thank you for coming, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thanks for having me, bro.
Hannah, how was your
Appreciate
day?
Our day's been good, thanks.
Been good, yeah?
Good.
Good
times.
things. Cool. Sis,
Yeah.
what's good?
Alhamdulillah, my day's been good, you know.
Alhamdulillah.
Good to be here.
Yeah, man. Good. Mullah, what you saying, my bro? How's your
Yeah.
day?
On the cart, you get me? Here, let's make it happen.
No. You lot, thank you for even coming on the podcast. I think this is a subject that no one don't speak about, and it's all stemmed from Clubhouse. Obviously we've all met through Clubhouse. Obviously Mullah, my relationship with you separate, but yeah, we've met from Clubhouse, so alhamdulillah we can speak on this subject and that. Yeah, man, just take this back a couple weeks. A situation that happened on Clubhouse, and we just want to get an understanding from my Somali brothers and sisters. You get me? And I just want to get an understanding, just learn about different cultures, and just learn as we're blessed because we're all Muslim here. Every single one of them, alhamdulillah. So I think it's important to educate and for me just to learn as well. So the stuff that you're going to be speaking about, I'm going to be learning about your culture, and the stuff that we're going to be speaking about, you're going to be learning about our culture. So yeah, but the overall thing is that we're one. You get me? So yeah, man, take this back a couple weeks, man. I think I came late onto Clubhouse in the sense of one of the rooms. I think something got said, but I know Mullah was in the center there. Yeah, he got the backlash, even though he didn't trigger anything. So yeah, what happened, my bro?
Basically, this at the start, we was all in a group, and everyone was like, well, we can say names on this, can't we? Names.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So boom, we was all in a group, and Chunks obviously like just started Clubhouse. Everyone was gassed about it, and obviously all the Somali people then was in there gassed as well. Do you know what I mean? So then obviously someone from the group was like, yeah, let's make a group and make our group bigger than Chunks' like for banter basically. So they kept on going back and forth. He was bringing them up, getting at them. It was all banter in it. So started a group. So everyone's like, nah, it's long, like forget about it. Then we all got invited. So everyone's like, cool, let's go. Then I've gone to the group. Then the moderator just came into place. For people that don't know what a moderator is, like when you got like a green star next to your name, and it means like, yeah, you're one of the main talkers. You get. That's the best way to put it, right? Yeah. So I've already got the moderator now, and it's like once you got it, it's like you're not really deep in it, where like I haven't really deep the moderator maybe until about today. Like, do you know what I mean? I feel like today I've kind of really realized after like what Bouncer said about the moderator thing that it's deeper than just having it. Do you get it? So because I've got it now, somebody's from the audience has come up, a Somali brother, and then obviously someone's said something about conversations happen. Someone's like, oh, you lot just eat banana and rice. Do you get it? So when that's happened now, it's gone all mad in the group, and that like you can't say that, and then obviously someone.
We do eat banana.
Yeah. No, that's
cultural food.
that was just the start of it. Do you get it? So that's happened, and then obviously a couple of people sending back and forth, and then the next part's coming. What do you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then when that's being said now, it's going even more crazy. So I'm moderator, so everyone feels like I need to do something, but there was more than just me as a moderator. There's like another like 5 people or maybe even 10 people as moderator as well. So obviously. I've invited the Somali brothers and sisters to come up in it to like obviously be on the stage as well. So no one can't say it's just us versus one brother or 2 brothers or you know what I mean? So I've done that now, and then everyone just started shouting. Bare shouting's going on. So I just started obviously saying like this can't work. So some people start getting gulagged and this and that, and then they kept on going back and forth. And then before you know it, the Somali group was started, and then I've gone into there, and as soon as I've got into there, everyone's talking about me. like I'm thinking like how I even said nothing. When I was in that group, all I was saying is forget all of it. We don't need this negative energy. I'm always on that. I'm always on a positive energy.
Right?
Yeah. So I'll come in there. I'm straight away hearing because I was in a group and I was saying like, bro, like this is what I've said in that group, innit? I'm saying, bro, like the way that everybody's got chunks, like all the Somali brothers and sisters got chunks, like we're all one, innit? Like we're all one. So you guys should have me the same, innit? Like we're all black, innit? Like you should have me the same. So I'm like, bro, like when I've got problems on this app, why don't everyone come to the group and back me as well? So it's kind of banter as well. So when I've gone into that group now, everyone's gone like, Mueller's I feel like he's, because obviously like certain situations, I feel like he's hating on Chunks about he wants everyone to defend him as much as defending Chunks. But that wasn't my point, do you get it? And then on top of that now, it's gone to, after his mad uncle or something like that, is he's a tramp or something, man. I'm saying, bro, I'm coming there, I'm saying, so I'm clicking the thing, I'm saying, bring me up now, bring me up now. So when I've got up there, I'm spazzing out straight away because I'm on the defense. You get it? So I'm saying, like, how you lot come in here dissing me for one? I don't want to be like Chunks. Chunks is his own man. I respect what he does. Pick him up. I ain't said nothing to disrespect him. You get me? And I wouldn't. I respect his hustle. Then on top of that, now I'm like, bro, like for people that are dissing my uncle and saying about he's broke and he's a tramp and this and that, like, bro, mad unks, innit? So I'm like, you can't be dissing my uncle, saying all this stuff about him, when these times a lot of the stuff that I do for him, some of you lot don't even do for your own family. Do you get it? So I've gone on that, and then it's kind of calmed down, and everyone's like, oh, you was a moderator in that group. You could have diffused the situation by gulagging the people that was saying what they were saying. But I'm like, at the time, you're not really thinking about, it's getting mad. Let me gulag. You're just trying to kind of like stop it. So I'm trying to stop it, but people ain't understanding that I'm still trying to stop it. There's like, oh, you should be gulagging people or end the room. And it's like, these things don't really cross your mind. But now, as I said, I've grown from it. Yeah.
People that are moderators as well.
Literally. So you learn from things. So then it started, one girl's gone, I ain't black. Like, I'm like, we're all black people. She's like, no, I ain't black. I'm Somali first or something like that. So like, how are you not black? We're all black. I've never acknowledged any of this stuff that Somalis don't feel like they're black and blacks don't feel like Somalis are black. I've never known all this because I'm kind of in my own bubbles sometimes. I'm only kind of concentrating on what I'm doing and kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? My family, do you know what I mean? So growing up, I didn't do school, education, all this stuff. I've always been not good with all that stuff anyway. So all that history of like, do you know what I mean? Religion and all this other stuff and culture and all that, I'm not really up to date with it. So yeah, I ain't really witnessed none of that stuff growing up anyway. So for me, I was just saying, everyone's black.
Yeah, everyone.
No, by race, we're black. By ethnicity, I'm Somali.
I think we need to define that one.
I mean, that's everyone.
So why does some Somalis think that they're not black, but because they say I've heard it in clubhouse rooms that I'm not black, I'm Somali.
Yeah, so maybe they're not looking at the race.
That's like me saying I'm not black, I'm Jamaican.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
But do you know what I mean? You were accepted as being black from the jump. Do you know what I mean? Whereas us, I feel like me when I came to the country, I was about 8 going on 9. Went primary school. Primary school was fine. I didn't have a problem in primary school. I think we were all the same and no one cares about where you're from. Yeah. Is when I was in secondary school, I went to all girls school. But I personally never had any issues. I was like quite lit in school. I was quite popular. I got on with everyone. But saying that, I was pretty for a Somali girl. I was bubbly for a Somali girl. I was everything Somali came first. It was never Mina's black. So, you know what I mean? So already from the jump, I wasn't black.
Can I ask a question then? So in school back then, I did pick up as well a lot of there was a lot of racism in the sense of like African people that is from Africa. So that's just like a lot of them. If that was I'm not saying you lot, like, I'm just saying if that like now, mashallah, like African brothers and sisters, like everything's popping, the music, like food, you know what I mean? But back then, people will get made fun of because they're from maybe from Ghana or do you know what I mean? And that, but we're just trying to understand, like, because I've never heard someone from Nigeria or Ghana being like, I'm not black, I'm Nigerian.
But I was like, can we define like what black is like? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because I think everyone's got a different perspective.
Black is obviously to do with like.
Would it be a race or would it be a skin color?
It's a race. That's what it is.
I see it as a skin tone.
When you look at us, we are black. Yeah, you know what I mean? On the surface, we're black, but we identify. Well, me personally, I identify more as a Somali girl more than I do as a black girl. Same way if I was across the road and a black boy happened to see me, he wouldn't describe me as a black girl. He
can I
would
ask a
say
question?
the Somali girl.
So you see in like when you're signing like documents, does it say like when it says ethnicity? Obviously you see like black, other. Does it say
I
Somali?
tick African British, but sometimes they give you that African/Somali option. So I will tick African British, but then I'll write other as Somali, so they know I'm Somali. I don't know. I've just always been like that.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the first time I've like, you know, me personally, like heard like, you know what I mean, even with ethnicity, I'll just write black other. I don't really write black Somali or anything like that. So
no, I'm proper specific.
Yeah.
Why though?
I don't know, because I'm really Somali and proud.
Of course.
No, I'm proper like at the forefront of being so Somalified. Like I love it.
If you had the
there's nothing wrong with that.
where you're from. So where are you from?
I'm a half Ghanaian, quarter Jamaican, quarter Irish.
Okay, so
oh, easy, big man. Easy. No, I hear you because this is a bad thing, yeah. But I hear you. But even when I used to go tour in jails, it would be like black Afro or black Caribbean. I'd be like,
so
I'm black Caribbean.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
The option, you're gonna tick what you
want. I'm a black. I'm black Caribbean. You get me?
You're proud. You know what I mean?
You're proud. You want to narrow it down, innit? Like this is what I represent.
To the point you can,
You're now listening to the Music, Lifestyle, and Culture podcast.
So, for example, where I'm from, when I used to go to school, there was a black boy who was Jamaican, and he must have said to me, "Oh, Hannah, where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Africa. I'm Somali." And he's like, "No, you're not." I was like, "Yes, I am." He's like, "No, you're not." I was like, "So what am I then?" And he's like, "You're Indian." Or he's like, "Oh, you're Coolie." I'm like, "What?" So we were literally having an argument to prove who I am. I'm from East Africa. I was saying to him, I'm from East Africa. He's telling me, no, you're not. I'm in year 7.
Education.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So obviously I went back home. I was like, Mom, like I told her everything. And she's like, Ma, you're African. You're East African, okay? You're Somali, but you're East African. So I was like, so why is he saying that? I'm so confused because my country's in Africa. Do you know what I mean? But because of that one boy, it didn't make me hate a whole nation. You feel me?
Yeah,
like I still got friends from the Caribbean. I still got friends all over. Do you see what I'm saying? My views are I'm an East African woman. By race, I'm black and I'm Somali. And that is on period. I know it's a trending topic, but what is the solution to this trending topic? That's what we got to figure out. Because at the end of the day, I'll be real, I see a lot of diversity and I see a lot of complications between all black people, not just the Somalis, even Ethiopians, Eritreans. Like they even, the other day, did you not see the chat where it said, are East Africans black?
Oh, I've seen that group.
Yeah, because I think Eritreans and Ethiopians, they kind of get it.
I didn't
but
even
I
bother
think
joining
even with
that
them,
group, to be
we're
honest.
more,
You know,
there's more of us Somalis than there are Eritreans and Ethiopians. But they're coming up as well. There's loads of them in my area now. So I think they're probably going through that whole, you know, are we black? Are we not? Are we accepted? But also going back to like when I first came to the country, like when I was young, like my parents, for instance, they didn't speak English. So that alone was already a barrier. So they probably didn't integrate as much as other black communities did. So we were sort of in our own little bubbles till I'll say the last maybe 10 years or so when they've learnt the language, they've sort of mixed with other people in work and etc.
You're now listening to the Music, Lifestyle and Culture podcast.
What I was going to say to you, did Chunks take it like personally? Did he feel like it was about
I spoke
that?
to Chunks. He just said, I'm just going to avoid the app because it's too much dramas. Kalas, that's it. And we just kind of moved it. I said, oh yeah, how, like, I hit him up, like, let's do another party for you. This deal, I wasn't there. And he said, I'm going to avoid the app. I said, you know what, for someone like you, my bro, you're too big for the app. Don't go on that. Just keep on doing. But he probably
wanted to come just to have banter and just crack jokes with people.
Yeah, but you see when she get to a certain level, you
don't need to.
Even like Mullah, like myself, you will just get people just trying to troll you just because who you are. Do you know what I mean? So I think for him, for his own mental state as well, he can just avoid that.
Like even the fact that I was in that group and I was a moderator, I don't know, I can't remember exactly who was there, but I'm sure I was mostly one of the most known in that chat at the time. So I felt like everybody just went for me.
Yeah. It's worse when they know who you are.
Why do people like find it offensive when they say banana and rice?
But that's just how it started, though. Do you get it? That's just how it started.
No, but do you know what? Everyone has little things that trigger them when you talk about where they're from. So to me, if you said banana and rice, I'll be like, what do you mean banana?
I'll tell you what triggered me. Do you know what triggered me was the room that we was in where there was a brother, a Somali brother, set up the room for people to speak their mind. And there was a sister, a Somali sister, and was going in.
No, she wasn't Somali though.
No, she was.
No, she doesn't claim herself as Somali though as well.
So
You're talking about. I know who you're talking about. The girl.
So what language is she speaking?
She's talking Somali as well, but she's saying because she's mixed. She's saying she's got black and Somali in her, and she's never accepted. Do you not remember?
Yeah. I was in that group. I heard about it.
Do you know what she was saying?
What does that mean?
She's got
black
she's
and
mixed.
Somali. See what that means?
No, she's mixed. She's mixed, basically.
Like what is that?
So other
But I don't know where. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know where it is. I don't know.
Well, she was saying some
She was saying some
crazy stuff.
disgusting
I'm not going to
things.
repeat it on here,
Oh,
but the
really?
stuff that she was
You've
saying
seen
was
it?
the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
No. When I say the worst of the
Yeah,
worst,
I heard.
like
No, I wasn't
the
in that.
worst
I
of the
don't
worst.
remember.
The worst of the worst.
I heard about it.
Like people
Disgusting.
should, you get me?
Nah, facts. I
What
didn't even hear
happened
it.
to someone in America should happen to
Oh.
you.
Oh no, that's
Good
mad.
that happened to that person.
No,
And
You know,
she was
it's
saying,
like just one, two petty
No, it was just
people
that
are
one
just
girl.
so
no, it was
ignorant.
her, but don't
Yeah.
get it twisted. The Somali
two
community
people,
was on there like, bam, like
They were cussing
beefing,
her
like
out.
how dare you?
Oh,
Boom, 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 boom.
yeah,
But
against
because
it.
like some was getting spoken English and some was getting spoken in.
Okay, well, can I
Somali,
just cut in
yeah,
quickly?
yeah.
So you see how that situation happened, yeah? It's like the same thing everyone's getting at me. Why not go like the person that was starting whatever problem? Why not end
Why,
the room?
yeah.
So in that situation, why not do the same? Why not go like whoever was
person, yeah.
The
doing
way
that
how
in
that person
room?
controlled
Yeah,
it,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? So it's
is
like
he was not letting no one up. And then when he was letting people up, he was letting them speak.
And
But
then
if it was anything like, lock the room here, shut up, you're going down. So
'Cause they
that
wanted that
person
drama.
just
They want
wanted
the
the
views.
drama.
They want the
He
views.
just wanted the drama. He was just there like, I want the drama. But what I clocked with that room as well, it was within amongst each other, like Somali and Somali. I'm not saying like everyone's got different views on things. So maybe with this podcast, I was just trying to educate myself and get more of an understanding because
Definitely. See what
me,
people can
Yeah,
change,
of
I've been
course.
Muslim since I was 14. Alhamdulillah,
Mashallah.
I'm 31 now.
mashallah.
You get me? I'm 31 now, and a lot of my friends are Somali. Loads of them are Somali,
And they see you as a brother.
and they see me as a brother. I've been in their households. There's not been. I haven't felt. I haven't felt that our Somali community has felt segregated.
Segregated,
I just thought like like in their culture, they. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can
This
I
is the
say
stuff that
something
they
there?
do. This is like me as a Jamaican in my culture. My mum cooks a certain food.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And maybe someone that's not in my culture might know that's what Jamaicans
Yeah, that's true.
back in saltfish and dumpling were known to cook that. Do you know what I mean? So someone makes a joke about it. I don't take it as it's racist.
No, it's a banter, bro. That part,
But it was just like a little banter, like,
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
you know
I
what
think it
mean?
depends on who's saying it.
Who's
to you
saying
as
it, of
well.
course
If
it
it's
is.
just some any person you don't know and they said banana rice,
Yeah,
that would get me back up.
that
would you
could
still
be,
take that? Like,
yeah,
as an
100%.
offense?
Yeah. Anything to do with
Really?
who I am.
if a
where
white
I'm from.
person
don't-
said it out of the blue, like, would you have
Yeah.
banana?
If
I
it's
think
my
it can
white
be deemed
friend,
as racism.
it
But I
can.
think like it's a trigger, innit?
Of course.
Like if you said that to me, I wouldn't. It's a cat. Like
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
yeah.
I wouldn't take offense to it. If you like, what you have rice? What you
Yeah.
have rice? and peas
I
and
don't take
chicken?
offense to it. But
I
I,
wouldn't have
like, I'll
You
be
wouldn't,
honest with you.
yeah.
I don't take
I think it
offense
just
to it at
depends
all.
on who it is that's saying it and how they say it as well. Because if they say it quite serious, like banana rice, I'll be like, "What do you mean?" Like, but if they say joking, "Oh, you like have banana rice," I'll be like, "Yeah,
It's nice.
But it's the same thing when they say, "Oh, you're Mali, yeah, I can tell you got the big forehead," kind of thing.
Yeah,
I
that's taking the piss.
Where?
like
I
even
don't
that.
find
Like,
that
Class that's
taking
racism.
the piss.
nah,
That's
you know
taking
that's
the piss.
baton for me as well. I don't really take that to. You know
Why
what I
is it
mean?
always the
They-
forehead? They always talk about the forehead.
Because
I think that's what they see."
for me
But we
personally,
don't all have big foreheads though.
Well, I was gonna say there's even a word that you got like Somalis use for black people as well.
yeah, charar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
let's touch up on that.
yeah.
Yeah, so with the charar, basically, it came from not even from us, like I said, like it came from our older generation. So it is our parents or grandparents,
Yeah.
because they don't really speak the English or the language like that. So
Yeah.
it's a way of like defining who's who. So if they look at a black person, they say, "Oh, that person's charar." Or same way, if they look at a Chinese person, they'll say, "Oh, you know, Indaya." So they've got small eyes. Or if you look at like Indians or Pakistani, they've got soft hair. So it's a way that we say to Michile, but it's not an offense, like, or it's not a diss, or it's not us trying to disrespect. It's just a way of defining. And because they couldn't speak the language, like our parents or grandparents, that's how they put it forward. So we just automatically, you know,
And because it was a thing like back then where obviously you guys like the Somalis were speaking their own language. Like people that couldn't speak Somali obviously didn't understand what they were saying. But obviously this day and age, like this generation, you guys are making, like Somalis are making it more clearer of what it means, which means now we're getting the hang of what Chile means. You know what I mean? And it's like now we, like this generation might find it offensive because it's like back then nobody really understood what was being said. They didn't really, you know what I mean? Didn't really pay attention to it maybe at the time. Or they might have, I'm not sure. I didn't grow up them times. But I'm saying now, like this is all new. The first time I ever heard it was in a Clubhouse. I never heard it before.
And do you know what it means as well?
No, it's not something they would say directly to you. So they won't call you a Jarer. They would only say it amongst themselves.
No, but like we was in a group and someone saying like, yeah, there's bare Jarers in that group.
Oh,
And this and that. And I'm like, what are you lot talking? Who is, what is that? Is that a name for somebody? Or?
Do you know what it means though, by the way? It's like this. Like, so you know when you have your hair in a certain way. So our parents or grandparents, that's what they would use it as. So that's how it initially started from. So they've had these little, you know, cane rolls or whatever. And that's what, am I right?
So that's
you're
like,
still wrong.
Am I
Sorry,
right?
Okay, you explain.
Because Jarer, look, the way you said we call like people of Oriental race or Asian race, we call them small eyes because they've got small eyes. Jarer, the actual word just means tough hair.
Oh, okay.
So as Somalis, some of us do have tough hair.
But that's what I said. Literally, when I have
it just
like
means,
this.
tough.
Yeah.
So like my natural hair is not the softest, but it's not tough either. It's like medium. But there are Somalis within ourselves that have tough hair, Jarer hair.
Yeah.
So if, like, say, for instance, a young Somali girl's getting her hair done and her mom's doing her hair, she'll probably say, oh, Tumago Jarer. That means your hair's so tough.
Yeah.
But then I don't know when they took that concept and made it Jarer equals a black person.
Yeah.
I don't personally use that word. I don't even like the word.
So I couldn't be like, big forehead or something to a Somali. Because that will seem...
Yeah, that's rude.
That seems rude. But it's like, it's the same for you guys.
Yeah.
So it's like, we
it's
need to
just
find a way to...
That word needs to be
away in the middle.
Abolished.
I don't think it's going to be abolished. It's just to get an understanding of things. But I don't think that
it's not a diss though. It's not.
But it's just says as years pass, cultural.
Yeah,
it's just a dialect.
And that's what I'm saying is you guys' culture. So this is stuff that whoever's watching is going to understand now, that if a Somali person says that, it's not disrespectful. It's just what you guys have grown up on. And it's like the N-word, for instance, is like our generation, we've grown up on it in music, all this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Back in the day, it wasn't good to use it.
It wasn't
but
easy.
Obviously, we're using it now and we're with it. Like, there's nothing that can really do. We can try and get rid of it, but it's not going to happen. So we can't expect you to get rid of that saying, because that's been from a long time. You know what I mean? So everything maybe in time, but who knows? You know what I mean? So I feel like, especially another thing as well, is like when obviously some Somali brothers and sisters say they're not black, like first or whatever, but then they use the N-word. It's like, how should
react?
we take that? Should we take that as, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I saw even a room made on Clubhouse about that. Our Somalis are allowed to use the N-word.
What?
Yeah, well, I saw that.
Because it's like, if you're not black, then how can you say that word? It's like, because, you know what I mean? I'm sure we all went through the same situation. Do you know what I mean? So it's
that's
like,
the thing though, us Somalis, obviously we are black and whatnot. And the thing is, we need to sort of accept it more, I'd say, because we go through the same struggles as someone that's from the Caribbean or from other parts of Africa. We face the same discrimination. We face the same, like, you know, struggles, innit? And hard times, innit? Growing up, even till now. Because we are black on the surface, no matter what we say, no matter how Somali I am, no matter how proud I am, I am black.
Yeah. What does a white man define us as? Ooh.
But that's the thing. I was going to get into that.
Black person.
I've never had a white person call me Somali. It's only from the black community I get called Somali. From any other community, I'm black. I'm a black girl.
And speaking of that, like, you don't get white amongst white or saying to each other, or you're not white, or you're not, do you know what I mean? Or you're not this. But
then as well, at the same time, an English white person might not see an Albanian white person as white.
But you have to understand, there was back in the day, there was white people that basically went through racism as well, which is the Irish.
Yeah, 100%.
They was getting the same kind of treatment that the black people was. So, like,
but
white
doesn't
people have
carry
been
on
through it, but they ain't carried on from now.
Carry on, that's what I'm saying.
A white person say to like someone that's maybe born in England, say to someone that's Irish, oh, you're not from here, go back to your country. You don't really see that stuff. You know what I mean? But you will see it with black people sometimes, you know what I mean? So it's
but
like,
I think it's ignorance.
Yeah, a lot of it is ignorance. A lot of it is just going with the flow, doing what your elders did, or someone else put you on, oh, they're not blacks, then you've just followed the crowd. A lot of us don't know why we feel the way we feel.
Some people feel triggered, maybe. I can't talk for everyone, but for myself as an individual, as Hannah, I am a black woman. I will forever be a black woman. I will forever be a Somali girl. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is a trending topic, and there has to be a solution to that.
Yeah,
I don't think there will be a solution, but it's good to there'll be raising
more
awareness,
of understanding,
more of understanding, more of raising awareness. Because what I did clock as well on Clubhouse, the brother that passed away, he when we done the room, I don't feel like the community was there. When the drama, when your room was there, and someone said something about the food, there was thousands. And then when the brother passed, there was that there was only 700 people, but there should have been thousands and thousands.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that was on both sides.
Both sides.
That was on both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even now, like, it's died out. Do you know what I mean? It was a big topic and big trend. No, but I'm saying social media wise.
No, I know what you're saying.
Days, and now it's like.
I feel like because when we was in that room, Hannah, before, and I heard that person speaking viral, they were saying, the black community don't care about the brother. They didn't speak on it rare. But what my thing was, the brother that George Floyd that died, that got killed by the police, and you saw the video. It happened in America, for 1 year, and it went so viral. Everyone jumped on it, and it's like enough was enough. But I can't remember something like that happening in the UK that everyone has just jumped on and been like,
we've got to do something about it.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like something's happened over here, even though like the UK is so tiny to America, and obviously we've done like what we need to try it. Do you know what I mean? This is still happening here. Of
course.
But if the Americans spoke about it, it would have gone viral. Do you know what I mean? But it happened over there. Everyone was posting this because they saw the video.
I think that's what it was. It was
so
visual.
I don't think that because everyone that came across my video, it was like I didn't know. And there was so much people sharing it. That's why it went so far. Do you know what I mean? So
but then even that,
Chunks
I think
also spoke about it as well on his story as well.
Yeah.
And he made the awareness about it. So did Leah May.
Yeah.
So a lot of Somali influencers. Mashallah.
It shouldn't die out. It should still stay. Do you know what I mean?
Obviously, this podcast is based on like just, do you know what I mean? Have an understanding of like Somalis are black. Having an understanding that like we are all one, and having an understanding that like we should be able to get past this stage. Do you know what I mean? We should be able to get past this. Yeah,
because
literally.
at the end of the day, we're so powerful. Do you understand? Like our black men, in general, all of our black men are so powerful. They're strong-minded, they're creative, they're go-getters, they don't stop. Our women are so powerful.
Right.
They lead a whole generation and they have a legacy to continue leading. Like what we need to see is the positivity and what's in our DNA. We're strong people. We're the lions and we're the tigers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we all come together and work together as one, as a community, we're unstoppable.
Sky's the limit, honestly.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
You know, that's actually so true.
Less
Like,
negativity and
so
more
we need to stop with
positivity.
the negativity because it's not good energy. But obviously we have to touch base on that because it is a situation that's going on, as Bounce has seen on Clubhouse, as you went through it on Clubhouse and you've seen it for yourself. Obviously it didn't sit well with you either. Do you know what I mean? It made you feel uncomfortable, right? As I can tell. And it triggered you in points
But all the Somali brothers and sisters, they definitely like show me love now. Like they come in there, they show me love. Where, like,
Somalis are
because
loved.
I've been trying to like be in them groups and like stop certain situations from happening. Like I'm always there. Like I've even addressed the situation a couple of times within that same day. Do you know what I mean? There's some people that wasn't hearing it. They still wanted me to apologize for whatever they wanted from me.
You need to realize not everyone is for everyone.
Yeah, of course not.
Do you know what I mean? We can't please the whole world. Me, I will have people that don't like me. I'll have people that like me. I can't please the whole world. You can't please the whole world. You can't, he can't, no one can. We're not Allah, we're not God, we're not, do you know what I mean? We can't, even the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he couldn't please the whole dunya, could he? Until today, do you know what I mean? So obviously we're going to have people that are insulting us. We're going to have people that are going to be like, I'm not Somali, I'm black, or I'm not black, I'm Somali, or do you know what I mean? You're going to have that, but you have that in all cultures as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I understand where you're coming from. Obviously, like, I do feel bad of what you obviously
I'm
went
sorry
through,
about
and I'm
that.
sorry about that.
Love,
And obviously it's different as one person not liking you as opposed to where you have a whole gang just turning up against you,
Yeah,
and
it's not
from
nice.
left, right corner, everyone just, you know.
No.
So like, if there's a way where we can obviously meet in the middle, because here's what it is, like if we stick together and become one, like Hannah said, yeah,
like unstoppable.
we're going to be unstoppable. Like, look at
100%.
right now, like we've got so many Mali brothers, so many, like, you know, even different other
brothers,
African brothers,
Nigerian
Caribbean,
brothers,
Jamaican, all black
Ghanaian.
brothers, like doing well, and that's still
So
with us
many-
being so much hate.
So
with
many sisters as well.
sisters,
Yeah,
definitely.
Dumb. This
So-
is
Hey, what yay? What yay?
Yeah.
So can you imagine, what it would be like if we were all cool with each other?
That's
Because
what
we're
I'm saying.
still like, we're still having these little, you know, going back
Yeah.
and forth. So imagine if everyone was cool.
No, I
we
feel
would
like
be taking over. Like,
I feel like we're cool, man. Like,
We are good.
When we're
Yeah.
together, we're
Yeah,
cool.
we're
Do you know what I
lit.
mean? If it's a Somali's brother or sister's preference to be around that,
Yeah.
but do you know what I mean? We see them salam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
If it's a like if it's Jamaica, like if the Jamaicans stay together, but when do you know what I mean? I feel like
It's all love at the end
It's
of the
all
day.
I feel like with Clubhouse is like
Mm.
Clubhouse has definitely like kept it kind of separate because like
Mhm.
I can't lie, even now, like today, I could do it right now in front of everybody.
Mm.
I'll go into a Clubhouse group, just bare like, do you know what I mean? Let me not say black people, but like bare black people. Do you know what I mean? Bare, do you know what I mean?
You went
Then I'll
from
go
not
to
saying black
another-
people to saying black people.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to, you know, word it right.
It's
And
not, yeah,
I'll go
right.
from that chat
Mm.
to another chat, and it'll all be like all the Somalis and black people. Well, Somali black people will be in that chat, but there will be no one from that chat in that chat. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're not mixing.
And as soon as they go in, they come out.
Yeah.
There's not really. Do you know what I mean? So it's still separated on there because I've never gone into like a chat where I might be at with
But
my peoples and
what-
see like
what
10
I will say though-
Somali
Somalis,
brothers and
yeah.
sisters.
But you know me on
No.
Clubhouse.
So it's kind of like you kind of
Do you
like
know-
still cut yourself.
do you know
off
what
at
I
the same
will say
time.
though?
That's true.
But
I'll go
I'm in every room.
Yeah, I mix with every room.
Well,
No,
so
that's us though.
I'll go into a Nigerian room and then I will come out because I just don't know their culture. It's
Yeah.
not that because I don't they're man's brothers but and sisters, but I'll go in there. But when I just don't know their culture, like they have a connection.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So I feel,
Yeah.
but with us, maybe even like with Jamaicans, we will never have a full. Maybe if there was a lot of us on the app, you will see everyone will be on it.
Yeah.
Like if you had Marvado on the app and then everyone would be mad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There'll be bad Jamaicans. You get
We would
me?
be there too. This
But
is okay.
I'm just saying, maybe
No, it's true.
the
It's a
Somali's
cultural
got a
thing.
big presence on the app because they're on there,
There's a lot of
and
us
then
there,
because
yeah.
I have gone on to different rooms and I've seen like the Nigerian room and I'm in there and
Never
and
seen
then
that
I'll
stuff.
come in, and then I'll come out. Not because I just can't
You
relate.
can't relate to it.
I just can't relate to it.
It's
I
not-
can't lie though.
That's
When I
not offensive though, is
It's
it?
not.
no, but
it's not offensive.
when I get in a group, like if I get in a Somali group, know that like I'm on being on stage. I'm on stage with like all the brothers and
Everyone,
sisters,
yeah.
and I'm involved. And then before you know it, some of my people have joined like prior to
Yeah,
like they
Yeah,
joined.
because they see you. That's
And I
how
start
we. That's
raising
how
some of them
man
up, and I
is.
just
Do you
try
know
and
what
get
it is?
everyone
Yeah,
to.
I think
I like
the
that,
more
though.
that
Yeah, I'm
we're
on that.
open-
I've done it a couple times.
Do you know what?
I
The
mean?
other day on Clubhouse, I was in the what's it called?
No, I was gonna say the more that we're open to talk to one another, the
Yeah.
more that we'll see we have more of a common ground than
Yeah.
any difference.
That's what it
Do you
is.
know what I
It's
mean?
that-
We're not different.
I feel like we need to do
Yeah.
we need to do some, you know,
More
banana
get-togethers,
and
yeah,
some banana
100%.
and rice and some
Jello.
oxtail and some rice and peas.
I like
Jello.
curry with
Jello.
it.
We should have the food right now. You get me? Try it. And that. You get
But
me?
it's
Like,
true. Maybe we should do that next time.
Yeah, but that's
I'm
like
down
me.
to
You
try
know
it.
what? My first time trying planting was like maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I was a bit apprehensive about it.
Yeah.
Now I love it. It's always
You
in
say
my
plantain or
meals.
plantain?
Yeah.
Which one do you say?
Planting. Oh, is it
Planting,
not?
my G.
You like
Planting.
Yeah.
Some
What
people
did you
say
say?
plantain, innit?
Planting.
Yeah. What do you say?
Planting.
Did you say
Yeah,
plantain or
plantain.
plantain?
Yeah, planting. But I say planting.
They're planting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Planting. Yeah. When you get there, you
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's when they ask
plantain.
you to say
No,
it.
it's not plantain. It's planting.
No, it's when you
Like-
repeat it, you start saying it differently.
Well, that's a big argument as well. That's a big
Yeah.
topic. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's plantain. No, it's not. It's planting.
But you guys all make it the same way, you know? You
Yeah,
just fry
yeah.
it. So yeah.
Yeah, fry it, yeah.
How long?
What do you fry banana?
No,
Oh,
banana
oh,
we eat
oh.
raw.
Oh, you just eat banana raw with rice.
Well, right, I know it's mad. Do you
Oh. I
know
know
what?
the
Yeah,
frying
let
one
me
you're
tell you a
talking
story.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one time,
That
my
one's
good friend at school, my Caribbean friend, yeah, she come to my house and she thought, I'm hungry, get me some tea. I was like, yeah, right, cool. So I got her banana and
Yeah.
rice. So what I did is I got her rice chicken and then I peeled the banana for her, put it on the plate. So I went, oh, here you go. I hope she watches this, yeah. And I gave her, I go, here you go. And then she goes, oh my God, she jumped. She's like, what's the banana doing on my plate? I was like, because me, I didn't know it was a Somali thing. I thought it was a culture, everyone thing. So I was like, babe, you eat the banana. She's like, no, take it. Oh my God, I don't even want the food. I was like, oh my God, I took them. She was like, how can you eat banana with rice? I said, how do you eat a banana? She goes, on my cereal. I was like,
what?
You have banana on your cereal.
I don't even do that.
You know what I mean?
Maybe a porridge. With the porridge, but I don't
nah, she has it with her cereal.
I don't do
feel
that.
like brown flakes.
That's her own thing. She got her own thing, right?
But you know what? Bounce and Mullah, I'm going to be doing, I was like, started my own podcast. It's called Hood Therapy. Hood Therapy.
Yo, my people, Hood Therapy. Bow, bow. Get me. Plug. I've got you.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? I've got my own podcast. Can you plug me?
Yeah.
Called Relatable Mix.
Yo, my people, Relatable Mix. You get me? Make sure you tune in. Bow.
All right. You know what?
Now, before we wrap
one
up,
in as well. Can you slide my one in as well? Unpacked, my podcast I've just started as well.
What's it called?
Come on, man.
Unpacked. Yo, my
Unpacked, yeah.
people, my brother's podcast, Unpacked. Make sure you tune in, like, subscribe. You get me?
All of that.
All of that. You get me?
All of that. My brother.
Alright, before we wrap up, I just want you lot to plug your businesses, what you lot got planned, what's the plan for this year, and obviously, if you lot want to say where to find you, your socials, you get me? If you want to say, you get me?
No, definitely.
Let's start with my brother.
All right. So, so like I said, we've got my YouTube going on at the moment, which I've started Unpacked. So that's just basically just, really, really going deep into conversation. So I basically cover, just various things such as like marriages or relationship, or even such as like single mothers and the things that they go through.
Real
so
stuff.
I like to do personal stories and actually speak to the individual who are actually going through that. So that's one thing I do. I'm also into like e-commerce and drop shipping. So that's my like biggest, aim for this year as well.
Yeah.
So look out. So make sure you check out Unpacked on YouTube, Instagram as well. And
say no more. Say yo, my people. Just say it.
Say
yo, my people. You already know. Make sure you check out the Unpacked on Instagram.
That is the energy. You get me?
Come on.
I know. What are you saying?
Okay, shut up.
Yeah.
Yo, my people.
Hey.
My name's Hannah, and I'm the CEO of Jonna Designs, where I sell bespoke, high quality dirham and custom made dresses. It's for all my beautiful African queens, so make sure to check me out. Mashallah. And I'm also doing a podcast which is called Hood Therapy. So I need a lot of you queens and a lot of you brothers to jump on and subscribe.
Kings.
My kings and queens, yeah. Also catch me on Jonna Designs on Snapchat. It's just at Jonna Designs. Bounce will put that up.
Hey, pressure. Say no more, sis.
Let's give the details.
Thank you so much for having me as well. Honestly.
No, you're welcome. Yo,
my people.
I need some energy. That was meaty, man.
Come on, say it.
Yo, my people.
Come on.
One time.
Okay, yo, my
We don't know, man.
You gotta do the hand gesture as well.
Say yo, my people.
Yo, my people.
That's the head shit.
Yo, my people.
Yo, my people.
Yeah.
So what?
I started my own podcast maybe like a couple of months ago during the lockdown. And I've only got a few episodes up there. It's called Relatable Mix, as you can see on my top. And inshallah, I should be coming up with more content. I'll be more consistent. I'm still new to it, but check me out on there.
No problem. Mullah, my bro.
Come on, your boy Mila Juice, we in the cut, baby. Get me that way. Come on, YouTube, music, all of that running. All you got to do is type in Mila Juice. We in the cut. Big up my bro Bouncer every single time. You get me?
I didn't hear yo, my people though.
Yo, my people, what's poppin'?
So what's the plan? I know you're doing the music. I know you're pushing music fully. During COVID, you haven't been able to put out a lot of content during YouTube, or it's been different type of content.
Yeah, it's different. It's not been what I had planned for 2020. Do you know what I mean? Because of COVID, like the stuff I wanted to do. My journey that I started was like a nice build up of a lit story, and it just went downhill. So I just felt like it was just like a restart for life of like how I'm gonna do my content now. But I recently just started getting back to music. I took some time out to really like work on getting my music better, and yeah, it's something that people can relate to. So yeah, like
Sick.
Bro, I love
deep
the
in
music,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
Nah,
Music
nah.
is sick, bro.
Sick,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
2021, so
man.
yeah.
2012,
Appreciate
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
get that.
You lot, thank you, man. Thank you
Yeah.
everyone for
Thanks
taking
for
your
having
time up.
us.
Yeah.
Traveling so far. Obviously, you don't want to see the location, but I know you're traveling so far.
don't.
Say no more. So yeah, man. Thank you everyone for watching. Make
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
you like, subscribe. Welcome to another episode of Music, Lifestyle, Culture. Big up my producer Connor. Big up Beans in the cut. Esther, I miss you. Bye.
Hey!
Yo, my people.